Hi everybody and welcome to the Jersey Wife channel. I'm Fontana. Okay, so I did a video about foundations and why certain age women should stay away from matte foundations. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I don't care how high brand it is. I've done drugstore. I've done the ones, I used to really like the Burt's Bees foundation and it's too matte. I even tried using it in different ways and putting a luminous underneath. It doesn't really work. It still looks too matty. And then you look like the old cake face people. You know, those cake face women that you used to see, think you're never gonna be that. Well, anyway, the key is to moisturize your face and the key is to find a primer that has a luminous underneath if you really want a matte foundation, which I think, there's a big thing about matte. Matte lipstick, matte foundation, matte this, matte that. I think at a certain age, matte's not good. And I said that in my last video and I'm gonna say it again. It's just not good. It just doesn't work for older skin with wrinkles. And I know that because I've made those mistakes, gone to work, look like matte face. It's not good, okay? Even lipstick cracks on our lips a little more than it normally does, but I use stain and I do put a gloss over it just to keep it shiny and new. I decided to try this little new mini routine because I'm a Skin Fix person and I've tried NARS, I've tried Shape Tape, I've tried the L'Oreal Infallible and all those. I've tried all the foundations. Also, BB creams are great. The Bare Minerals Primetime Primer, you could wear that alone. So I saw this on, again, my favorite site, Poshmark, and I really I hear a lot about, I can't say I like because I don't know, the Perricone MD, Dr. Perricone stuff. I know he has the cold plasma that's supposed to help your neck. I'm not switching from Gold Bond. Gold Bond Chest and Neck is the best stuff ever made. Do it twice a day, you're gonna die. So it's $9. So I don't know how much the cold, probably 100. But anyway, so I saw this on Poshmark and I think someone bought it again in the wrong color. And that's when you kind of get brand new. This was brand new. It had the safety thing. It was all brand new. Everything's good. So this is called Perricone MD No Makeup. So it's like no makeup. This stuff blows my mind. It's very thin. It's not going to cover. It's kind of a buildable thing. So what do you think? I have it on. I've had it on since 9 o'clock this morning. I have not touched my face. And I think if you zoom in a little bit, you'll see that it really doesn't settle. It doesn't look like cake face. I'm kind of digging this. I got to say, I'm digging this a lot. But before I got to that, I had bought this a while back and I never used it. It's a Moisturizer Bomb made by Skin Active by Garnier, which is right there. And I've tried some of the blue that looks like water and I don't know. It wasn't that great. But this, actually, I used this as a moisturizer and it really did moisturize my skin. You got to put a little. See, the key is less is more, okay? Don't slather this on your face and then start to put makeup on because then it's going to start pilling. See, this went right into my skin. It's not even tacky. So I would wait a good 5 or 10 minutes. I put this on this morning. Now, this new stuff I just bought because I saw it on YouTube and I watched Jeffree Star and I watch Wayne Goss, and this stuff came up in their videos or in YouTube, and it's called the L'Oreal Eye Defense. I don't believe any of this stuff with this eye stuff. I really don't, because if you moisturize underneath your eyes, you can wear anything, right? Not true. This has caffeine in it. So if you have a little bit of bags or you have like a bluish tint, blows my mind. I have it on right now. There it is. It's really light. And you use very little and you put it underneath and you tap it all around and you leave it for a little while, let it dry completely into your skin, absorb it. If you have a little tiny sponge it in. Now the funny thing is I have this lip pencil that has the sponge on the end that's really for your lipstick. I bought it for this because I can't stand putting my fingers in it. So I take the little sponge and I sponge underneath my eyes and then I tap. This stuff is unreal. Go out and get this. You'd be very surprised. You have to use it twice a day, once in the morning. Then when you go to bed, put a little on when you don't have any makeup on. And it actually did. I mean, look, this is pretty good for an old lady, right? Look at that. No, that thing. So what I did is I did this first. Well, I do my serum, which I've tried all kinds. I'm going back to Paula. I might get something from this other brand that I'm trying to get a hold of. It's very expensive, but I'll do a video on that. But you do your serums, whatever you choose. You do this lightly, not heavy, lightly, okay? Then You let it soak in. You put this under your eyes, the L'Oreal Defense, and then you go to this. This is not going to cut. This is not high coverage, so it is a layer situation. I hate even using a little bit because I don't want to ever run out of this stuff. I got to be honest with you. It's very expensive to buy. Here it is. It's a little liquidy, a little bit, but it goes on very nicely. And it says to use your hands, which I did actually. And there it is. And it's not covering, but if I layer it, it will. But it doesn't look matty, crusty. It has a luminous to it. And I think when you get to a certain age and you're putting foundations on, you really have to look for a little bit of luminous, but you don't want to look like a grease ball either. So this gives you that luminous, so I'm not berserk about the primer as much as I was. I did the Smashbox primer. I've done the Too Faced primer. I want to get Dr. Perricone's primer to try and with this. So I'm not as I'm not crazy like, oh my God, I have to put the primer on quick. It's got to be luminous, because this particular foundation actually does that. It gives it the little bit of that luminous look. Listen, the whole idea is you want to look dewy, young. You don't want to look like you just took makeup to cover something, because I think when you try to cover stuff, people start to think, what is she covering? So my suggestion is give this a try. If you could get your hands on this, it's called Perricone MD No Makeup. I found this on Poshmark. You could find it on his site. You could find it on eBay. And as I told you, if you go to eBay, it has to be 100%, and you don't want something that somebody opened, and if you get an expiration date, that's always good too. This was even hard to find because I wanted to get another bottle of this, and it was really hard even on eBay to find it. So if you could get your hands on it, and if you're medium like me, because I'm not super light, I think the light will work. I don't know how dark the dark must be or the medium, but give it a try. Try to find this. I paid, like I said, I think it was like, oh God, did I pay $19.99, $30? I don't even remember. I'll try to find what I paid. But this is very expensive. And go out, try it. Listen, we got a lot of work to do when you're my age, okay? So when I find a product, I'm sharing it with you. I know all the trials and tribulations that you go through. When you're at work and underneath those fluorescent lights, we look completely different than when we left our bathrooms. I do not use one of those close-up magnet mirrors because it freaks me out, which is really what you're supposed to use so that you put your makeup on correctly. I can't do it. It kills me to look at myself that old. I've given you my little tricks. I have a whole foundation video that should have come out before this video, but we'll see. I'm going to do more. I'm going to do some reviews. The New York Housewives are back. I am now binge watching them, loving every minute of it. I love the New York Housewives. They're nuts. I love it. Dorinda. I'm trying to watch the Beverly ones. I'm not a fan of Teddy's, so I don't know. So I'll let you know, but I'm definitely binge watching right now the Beverly Housewives. The New York Housewives. I'll let you know what I think, as I always do. Not that it matters. I'm going to tell you anyway. So this is Fontana. And what do we do in Jersey? We live loud, we live large, and we never compromise. I'll see you in my next video, peeps. Bye-bye. Oh, you're never gonna taste me.